Have you been telling yourself that you don't have time to scrapbook? I realized I had been telling myself that for 10 years. So this year I decided this was going to be the year I was going to get all of my pictures out of my phone and into real life. I wanted to create a memory keeping system that allowed me and allowed you to print my pictures, to create albums in any season, no matter how busy it is, no matter how many pictures you have. So let me show you the system I created. We started this album together for 2026 a few months back, and I can link that video below if you want to start at the beginning. This is part 2, and we have my January pages done. Today I'm going to be adding March and February. And I realized that I actually had a few more pictures that I wanted to add for January. So I'm just putting this 6x12 sheet here, which is of course half of the full size pages. So I forgot to print them when I printed my February and March pictures. So I'm actually going to be starting February here. So this side will be January and this side will be February. And we are going to be building our February and March pages. All right, here's my February and March pictures back from my local photo printer. And I realized I printed them in matte, which I'm a little disappointed about. These ones are glossy, so if they look too different, then I'll just reprint them. All good. And I love that I was able to print all these pictures for $28, and it was 69 cents each a print. And I did that using the Glam Memory keeping templates. I'll link them below, but it gives you the templates for all of these images that you can just drag and drop. So you can combine your captions and you can combine your images so you have everything captured. The last video has a whole tutorial on that, so I won't go too much into it, but I wanted to show you in case you want to go back and revisit part 1. So I have these printed in the order that I want to slip them into my pocket pages. So I can just go ahead and slip them right in. It is so fun, this process. Some of them I will need to cut in half, so I will be, we have a Sunday here. I will be cutting these in half, putting that one right here, and then this one will slide just right in the back. Okay, there we go. So I am using just a little formula so I don't have to reinvent the wheel every month. So you'll see that I have this cute little checklist for February's for next to a planner picture. I did the same thing on the other side in January for the other month. So we have a planner picture here and the same little checklist that I updated. And then we have the home tour right underneath. And then I have my first little page of February done. And we move on to a full 12x12 on the next sheet. Okay, here we have just some more pictures and journaling. I have a personification of February that I've been doing. This one I'm going to put later in the album. Same with this one. And then this one goes up here. I've been taking the same pictures every month so that I can just have a formula for every month so that I know, like, okay, every month I want a picture of my living room. I want a picture of the seasonal living list. Of course, I need lots of pictures of Sunday, this personification of the month. And these are in the shop as well, the templates for that. Okay, next I love to do a little detail shot of my home next to this home sweet home journaling card. I wrote stay a little longer, which just felt like it captured February. And then I am always recording the books that I'm reading. So here's our book club book and a quote from that. I also read Nora Ephron, I Remember Nothing, so that will go down here. And then lastly for this page, I have this image of Sunday just living her everyday life, doing her morning routine and evening routine. And these are ready to just slip in the pockets. Okay, simple as that. We have our first spread of February all done. On to the next. Okay, I have the rest of February laid out. So I've been including just some thumbnails from YouTube videos. Here's the memory planner debut. I made some little templates to record what I was watching. I finally watched all of Bridgerton when the 4th season came out. I have our book club gathering picture. Those who were brave to be in the picture holding their book, we take this every month and I send it out with the replay. And then we have, again, our book club picture with the quote. I kind of made this whole section library themed. So here's a little picture of my Valentine library, Sunday, waiting at the door. And then more planner pictures. I have the gathering calendar down here. This is what I realized I wanted to include with February. Same with this gathering picture, so I got to get those printed. So just a little note about the month, and then this I send out every month with the brand new Clubhouse newsletter, so you can see the gatherings we have to look forward to. They're usually on Wednesdays, and you can also use it as a desktop. So that is something I want to include every month. And then I'm also including this winter 2026 with the little monthly icon. I'll probably swap these when I put them in the album so that it's not quite so much white back to back. And that is the rest of February. Okay, simple as that. We have all of February scrapbooked. 2 months in the books, and we will move on to March. Okay, here is the first spread of March. We have the same format going. Here is the first image of every month with the little highlights from the month, some detail shots, the checklist, the home tour for the clubhouse. We have some YouTube video thumbnails, the personification of March. I'm working on getting these up for the whole year up in the shop. And then we have some glam flicks with the ratings underneath. We have another home sweet home. This one says open windows, fresh starts, good luck. Just more everyday life detail shots. We have my nightstand and just some detail shots from my bed, my kitchen. And we're on to the next page of March. And here is the end of March. So here again, just like with the beginning of February, I didn't have quite enough pictures to do a full spread for March. So these 6x12 inserts give you so much flexibility. And also if you forget something and you find it later, you can easily just plug it in with a smaller insert. And I just love the flexibility of this system. So we have what I watched in March, what I was reading in March, and all the little detail shots that make up a life. So here I will pick up with April, and I have just a couple little ephemera pieces that I want to save for April. So just a room key from my favorite hotel, and then a coffee sleeve I thought was really pretty from Earth Cafe that also matches all of the April colors. So I want to just slide that in the pockets so that I have it for when I'm assembling my album next month. Okay, these little pieces of ephemera are waiting for me to return when I have my April pictures back. That is my Glam memory keeping system. I hope this inspired you and encouraged you to get your pictures out of your phone and into real life. I am in a no excuses season. So many times we disqualify ourselves. We say we don't have time, or we don't have money, or we're not creative, or whatever it is. And so this system, I wanted it to be for all of us, for every season. So if you want more companionship on your memory keeping journey, I created the Glam Memories experience so I could walk you through how to organize your photos, how to edit your photos, how to print your photos, how to use these templates that I created that are also available in the shop to create these beautiful quick pages that allow us to enjoy our photos right now. We're also going to be covering traditional scrapbooking, theme scrapbooking. If you want to do like an album for your Christmas or an album for your reading life or your kitchen life or whatever it is, we are going to be going through that together as well. We're also meeting live once a month this summer, and we are sharing our progress in the Paper and Glam Clubhouse, which is our own social media. So we have the Paper and Glam experience that includes Glam Memories as well as the standalone option. So if you want it all, join the full Paper and Glam experience. You get book club, Bible study, seasonal living masterclass, the vlogs, all the things. And I will see you very soon on a live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's make this our summer of Glam Memories. I remember when life felt like a story and not a feed. And I think the first step to getting back to that is to start keeping our memories, because when you start keeping your memories, you start showing up for your life differently. And I think that's what this process has been teaching me. So until next time, I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.